To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I get a motion to approve the minutes from our last commissioner meeting on October 21st.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Oh, second. Aye.
Aye.
Claims 1 through 149 in the amount of $189,555.26. The unpublished claims and payroll claims.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Favor?
Aye.
It's in resolution 2024-20. After our last meeting, we appointed those board members on the planning commission that evidently had gotten us appointing. And that is 3 members through the end of this year. And so I think the planning commission has met since then, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're still good with the
Yes,
comprehensive plan?
I believe
that was
so.
Originally
Yes.
denied earlier this year, and then I guess, did you have any comments? Like, was there a discussion on changing anything?
They made adjustments back in whenever the first meeting I was on. I don't remember the dates, to be honest, but yes, a few adjustments, just wording,
Okay,
nothing huge by any means.
so if I get a motion to approve or deny the comprehensive plan as recommended from the planning commission.
I'll make the motion to approve it.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 2024-21, authorizing the Greater Lafayette Public Transportation Corporation to expand van pool program outside of the boundaries of Tippecanoe County to Fountain County. I know this is a free grant, and they've been asking Rod if we were interested. I know we reviewed it. That information was sent to all of us and I don't know that it will be used. Available.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll make a motion to accept resolution 2024-21.
I'll second it.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Can I ask a question about that real quick? Do you know where they're thinking about bringing it into Fountain County? Have they said?
No, and unfortunately, Rod couldn't be here, he had a family. Maybe it,
Kelly, I think it just states Fountain County.
I would
Period.
think Fountain County, all. of
Yeah,
Fountain County,
I mean,
from Kingman to Davis Township. If they say Fountain County,
It says Fountain County. I mean,
I
that's,
know years ago, they used to stop at Attica and then they stopped at 341 and 28 right there at the bend. When National Homes was
so.
doing their thing.
hopefully they can get
Curious.
some more information and have the stopping point, so we can get that message out.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
The health board had some appointments, that needed to be made. I guess we're sure, you know, every board member and their current, appointments. Because they staggered on, you know, a 1 year or 2 year. So they recommended Ruth Kinnicum, she was 1 year, so if we could reappoint her through 27, Linda Knapp through 2028, and then Roach would be replacing.
Amanda Strauss.
Shaw's with Brad. And that would be through 2028. So if you're fine with those recommendations, I don't think there was any others, and I think they're all good candidates.
Yep.
Good job.
I'll make the motion to appoint
Okay,
those board members.
I'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The extension will be hosting the Christmas Christmas party, so they're requesting that we close down the courthouse from noon to 2 o'clock from the 20th of December.
Adam's here if you need to say anything. You want to say anything, Adam?
Oh, no, we just have everything, we've got everything scheduled, we're ready to go, we're gonna have it at the VFW this year, so we're gonna. Due to the conflict at the firehouse, we're just gonna have it that way, it's still close enough where everybody can get up there fairly quickly, but then we'll have adequate parking and seating, and everybody will be able just to. Kind of enjoy, have some fun time, that's what our plan is on the plan then, so.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
So you guys okay with that? You make a motion?
I'll make the motion. Yeah.
All second?
Favor?
Aye.
We have a demand for payment order from Envoy. In the amount of $48,278.85. Let's have any comments. I know we had voted back in July to pay them that amount, and council was refusing to.
I would like to hold off just till we get official word back from Envoy, since they're arguing. We paid that 22.9 2 weeks ago.
Well, we haven't paid them yet.
Well, we haven't paid them because we're holding off because they're
Right.
swallowing, so.
Because they're saying that out of that 48, the 22.9 is within there. But we were specifying companies for legal. Because the council wasn't willing to pay that 48,000. Even though 10,000. My knowledge goes to Maresco. And
But they're billing. What Envoy gave us says 20,000, so I'd like clarification on that as well. Their bill from Envoy says 20, yet Amoresco is saying 10.
yeah, I know that's.
Yeah.
So on that original $20,000 invoice, we paid 10,000. Was that paid to Envoy and then?
From the original 140, it could be by getting Envoy to. We paid them that lump sum, and where they distributed the money from.
Right now, it's $48,278. And Rich's complaint was that everything should have been going through Envoy and not directly to Arcatura. So if we, pay the 48,000 and they have to pay. They pay.
I guess, Kent, that's a question for you. The 48,000. Are we done? Would be my question.
I would recommend, because of the letter and the threat of litigation, that this isn't something we discuss in an open meeting, that you schedule up an executive session.
I did talk to Cameron the other day.
Which is their turn.
Not an executive, not a session with that and with Envoy, but because litigation is threatened in the.
Yeah.
The demand letter, that it's not. Something to be debated or discussed publicly, not to have to talk about that in an executive session.
Okay,
So do you guys want to have an executive meeting? So we get this cleared up?
That's fine with me, yes. Yep.
sure.
Probably sooner than later.
Yeah, yes.
Or-
Yeah, well, we have to advertise it.
It just has to be, a notice has to be issued 48 hours before
Okay.
the meeting. It doesn't have to be published, it's just be posted. Exclusive of weekends.
I have a question, would you like the council to be there as well?
No,
It's eventually gonna come to us anyway. It's up to you, I'm excited.
Yeah,
Up to you guys.
I would say no.
it's a commissioner. I mean, we're the ones getting sued.
To start out. Okay. When is the next council meeting? Is it the 12th?
Next Tuesday. Because I think Monday is Veterans Day.
Yeah, so well. And Kim, I mean, it's been good for me to do as far as, when you're available. So I don't know that we'll be able to pick that date at this moment. But we'll let Colleen know so that she can notify. Who needs to be notified, if we have an executive meeting. Okay. PHI. Contract with Making Live.
It's the same base as last year, I believe, but we're close.
Same thing, yeah, it's,
I'll make a motion to
yep,
approve the contract.
I'll second. Aye.
We got some transfers, county general, the election board. $465.89. From election board, $364.10 from printing and advertising. Going to ballots and instruction and like $829.99. Was this transfer needed? This is to pay the GPS, their invoice for upstairs GPS. I'm assuming so. They're in charge of ballots, I don't know. The name sounds familiar. County General Auditor's Office, training and education, $300.25 to travel and mileage. County Clerk Executive Extension, $700 maintenance to travel. Pension and circuit court, $500 internet to expert witness. And we got local registry, giving them $30,000 from bituminous to contractual services. And that's to cover invoices from USI concerning the CCMG construction assistance. Cambridge, bituminous, $9,000 to consulting fees. Statewide 911 repairs and maintenance, $2,420 to Social Security. The obligations for the end of the year due to salary increases. So if I can get one motion for all those, any discussion? Question?
I'll make the motion to approve all of them.
Oh, second. Aye.
Kent, if you have. You look at community cap development ordinance. And I know back in 2017, we've had some reestablishing 2020, I think there was a couple, but there was one in 2020 and then two in 2022. Reestablishing, but also the language was changed, a little more detail of what student cap development can take, what we can use those funds for. And I know the recommendation is to do additionals for salaries for the sheriff and deputies, but I didn't read that we could use it for salaries. Correct? Are you reading that in there?
I have just, that is it's a really long statute, a lot of it's just adopted by, incorporated by reference in the ordinance. So, I mean.
It states more that it's paying for equipment, capital outlay, just to name a few things.
Yeah, I mean, it's titled, it's cumulative capital, it's a tax rate that's set to pay for buildings and equipment. I don't know.
Maintenance of public ways or sidewalks, right of ways, construction.
Right.
Sewers. Lease equipment, part of utility, purchase of land, lease.
I mean, you could approve the additional, I mean, subject to the opinion or vote of the the council or the council's attorney on the propriety of it, just keep it moving so you don't have a shortfall, but I can't.
Well, I think we have other funds that it could be pulled from. I'm not against, the lit public safety, there's not enough funds in there to, take care of the sheriff's budget.
I think,
I don't
I think,
know
yeah,
why.
yeah, no, I think you can make a motion in the additional process to designate the source that you don't think is controversial or would be problematic.
I think another fund should be used, but it's just my opinion.
So if State Board of Accounts finds this wasn't a legal or a fund that should have been used, what happens? They just get slapped on the hand or? I mean, because Kim will be inheriting this.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Has the newspaper already been notified for these additionals?
I don't know if she said that or not. I would assume so.
Is the council going to be acting on it next week?
So it should have been said.
Because they have 10 days. to notice.
Yeah.
Okay. Not to
Do
use
you know
that.
what fund we can take it out of?
Kelly, did you guys have any discussion as far as what other funds could maybe be used?
No, not at our last meeting. Because we were finishing up the budget.
Okay,
We didn't have much discussion about anything else really. But that's something, I mean, I can get a hold of Dudley, we can talk,
okay.
he and I can talk about it.
I would just feel more comfortable if that was used more for what
What it's designed for.
Whether there's something else within that budget that would help and not that they advertise. I mean, do we have money budgeted unused this year that we could possibly use to go towards utilities or something?
Yes, that you said, there were two funds that we were gonna have a little bit of excess money in. That we may be able to draw from them to
Okay.
do that, so that's something we can look at.
Okay, I'd feel more comfortable with that, that way we're not,
Yeah, we don't wanna get our hands slapped.
no. Because
So,
when I got that,
Yeah, so I'll get in touch with Dudley today, so we can be prepared at our meeting to take action. That worked for you guys.
yeah, I mean, that way, hopefully that can take care of issues you guys are having with the public safety fund.
And maybe you can, I don't know how you feel about doing a contingency. When you're voting today, whether you want to approve that contingent on
They're gonna need paid, right?
drawing
Yeah.
from a different
Right.
source.
Well, they're gonna draw from another source, the trouble is they're gonna have to. If they can use what money we have budgeted in QCAP development right now to pay. Some of the higher dollar claims that are. Monthly bills, whatever. For the sheriff's department. Just, I don't feel comfortable. Moving forward with additionals. Because I don't think we really have time to change our ordinance. To fit.
Right. And the budget is what it is.
Yes.
So maybe you guys just table it until we have a discussion about
That's fine with me, yeah,
Okay.
just table.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly.
Okay, additionals for seated commissioners, and for the child care. I talked to Rod yesterday, and I know they're trying to get someone to come and talk to the council next week, and I'm not comfortable with this one either, approving at this time. I know it was slow going, we know there's a need for childcare in Fountain County, but getting it initiated is something else, and it's here, and I don't think we're getting the bang for our bucks at the moment.
And he's not here, right?
And he's not here anymore. Hopefully he can be here next week for the council meeting.
Table it. I'm fine. Pass it
Yep.
along.
Okay. Okay. The general jail, utilities, 20,500. Obviously, utilities. So I guess that would be the only one we would be acting on.
I'll make the motion to approve the utilities for the jail.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Sorry, that was kind of your bad. We need to talk about it. Next agenda on the agenda is credit card. And so with Kim coming in, I think we need to have every credit card before.
Yeah.
So is everybody getting new credit cards?
They've already.
Okay. I didn't see that in there. Okay. So I need a motion to appoint Pauline to the accounts payable deputy effective January 1st, 2025. As the administrative officer, grant permission to Kim to apply for a business credit card.
On 1/1/25.
Yes,
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, department head, same day. I'll just call anybody. Whether it wants to come up.
Number Jason.
I can't see.
Jason.
All right, I've just got a couple of things for you guys. The first is for an authorization to proceed from USI to, for our minor and major pavement asset management plan and our bridge asset management plan for this year and next year. It's a lump sum of not to exceed $9,000, which I have in the budget for that. I have used our Violytics software and ran the roads for the Pacer ratings, and they're just going through and updating for our major asset management update next year and this year. So if you guys are okay with that, I'll sign that and get back to USI. The second thing is going on our software. We've been looking at some traffic counters just to get some more data on the roads and so we can plan for what we're going to do for either our community crossings or our in-house chip seal and paving. We got a quote from JMR Technologies for it's a traffic counter, radar, a laptop computer that you take out to the field, all the equipment, and it's $5,300. So I just wanted to bring that to you guys if you had any issues with that. Montgomery County has the same stuff, so I'll talk to them. There's no charges for subscriptions or anything. It's just a one-time deal. We can
Got
add
the money for it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. We could add other traffic counters to it as well if we want to, a couple years down the road. So just want to bring that to you guys. If you got any questions or anything.
I do
So
not.
you need us to vote on not to exceed.
Yeah, we would like to.
I'll make a motion for Jason to work with USI not to exceed $9,000.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
I also gave you guys a handout showing our Pacer ratings and scoring of last year versus this year. We're trending in the right directions. Our roads are showing that we're getting better. So we've jumped a whole grade as far as our Pacer ratings. So what we're doing is working. So
Good. Thank you.
Is Corporation Line still getting closed down this week?
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday?
Yeah, they're just going to be doing the one box on the north side, so.
Oh, okay. So how many, a week or so, or?
A day.
Oh, a day. Okay,
Couple days.
okay.
Then the grandfather, talking about city engineer.
Any other office? Head, department heads? Garth doesn't have anything? Hey, Greg.
There. Just gonna let you guys know, we completed the sorry, we completed the cleanup of the entrance of landfill. We had all that concrete, it's all been taken care of, it's all, the front part has been landscaped, the back part hasn't. I'm gonna hold off on that till next year. And I'll have Daryl come back and re-landscape it so I can maintain it to keep all the trees from growing up and stuff, so it looks presentable for the states when they're coming in.
Right.
We cleaned up by the EMA building, cleaned that all up. I got some rock I gotta spread there, but it's looking pretty good. I think they'll be real happy when they come back out to do the next inspections. So Daryl did a great job.
Okay.
So, all I got.
Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. I think that's it.
Okay.
Daryl.
Well, Henry.
Thank you. Henry and I are here to bring you an update on the Kaysville, historic Kaysville Garden Bridge project. We are on the home stretch, we think, few things to take care of yet, but I hope you've had the opportunity to go out and look at it and see the work. SSRD is still working. Henry's gonna give you some of the figures and what we're gonna be asking for today.
In June, SSRG began the repair work. The lower cords have been repaired, replaced and repaired on both the north and south end, about 30 feet out on each end. We put extra brand new X bracing under the lower cords. The portals, the entrances on the north and south end have been completely redone with new steel rectangle up on top behind the siding for better wind resistance. And the siding and that's all been replaced. The bridge for a while was freestanding on its own. We did shim underneath where the two steel supports are, just in the future if the bridge decides to sag a little, the steel will be there to support it. So now it has, it won't fall down with the new X bracing up on the upper corner on both ends. It has much better wind shear resistance. So the goal of the engineering and the project was that it'd last for hopefully up to 100 years. They're having to this week replace some of the floorboarding because it was kind of rotten from some of the water damage over the years. And then they got some concrete work in front of the entrances and some riprap to put along the side to keep the abutments from eroding and then clean up. So hopefully, depending on the weather, in a week or two, the SSRG will be finished. Versus the original bid, we had to, because there was more work we found on the lower cords than we thought. We had to have enough money to pay for the job, give up painting, fire retardant, and entrance railing work. And then we found termite damage that caused us to have to buy more wooden beams that we raised money for to cover. So right now, we'll paid the $430,000 with extra engineering costs because it's what we found wrong and extra wood. So we've covered all the, with your help of 180 and us of 250, we've been able to pay for the repair. Our plan now is to have enough money to put some termite shield around the end so that there won't be termite damage like we found that was active. Also do some railing work. What we don't have enough, or won't have enough money for, is painting and fire retardant. Now, Marty Carroll, he painted the Wallace Bridge a couple of years ago, and he painted Rob Roy and Cades Mill several years ago. Was giving us a quote of $5,500 to paint and $7,500 to do the fire retardant for $13,000. And we're hoping that the county, like they did with Wallace Bridge, you'll handle that, maybe out of your covered bridge repair fund. And if the weather's good in later November or next spring, have the bridge painted. Because the old 60% of the siding on each side is still peeling and whatever needs to be sprayed and painted. And then, of course, the new siding needs to be painted. And then the big cost is fire retardant. Just so all this work, somebody doesn't damage the bridge. And this 13,000 of Barney Carroll is very cheap because in the original SSRT, they had quoted 60,000 and CLR quoted 50,000. So we know Barney's done a lot of work in Park County, and for us, it's quite reasonable. So.
How he does it for that.
So,
I know he does, but I don't know how he does it for that.
yeah, so I guess that's what we're asking, that we'll take care of, finish, we have the plan. We have the money to finish all the SSRG work, and we'll have the money for the termite control and the railing work, but we need your help to take care of the painting like we did on Wallace.
Discuss that, we have a balance in that fund. $36,540, so
We've got,
36 what?
thousand,
if,
36
5, yes,
37, okay.
and that's just for the covered bridges, right?
that's just in the,
Okay,
How
well, I
much-
don't,
that was the end of it.
I don't have a problem.
It's a covered bridge maintenance fund.
Yeah.
Since Rob Roy and Wallace are in decent, I know Rob Roy's got their own fund. And Wallace is in, how kind of shape's Wallace in? Is it getting bad again or?
Not very good.
It was raised by Mr. Lightwood, 10,
Right.
15 years ago, and that's held it up.
Okay,
But we've been told that it really needs attention. Took us 5 years to do this. I don't know if we can do another 5 years, down the road, but it's
Well-
gonna have to be addressed sooner than later. But right now, it's been painted, so
It's been.
It's stable.
It's
It's
good.
stable.
It's stable because of the X-bracing
Right.
inside. We hope when we're done with this, to get at least a preliminary from, Pencil and Baker, a preliminary estimate on what it costs to repair it and engineering and all that good stuff.
okay.
And I believe we did use some of our funds on the Rockaway. I mean, they
Okay.
may have.
Yeah,
You need to
but,
check that.
yeah, but I know that Rob Roy now has money set back if they need
That's
anything.
correct, but I think at one time.
Yeah, I'm sure we have, yeah, but, so, Marty doesn't change his mind, I'd like to go ahead and approve this since we have the funding and just get it over with since these people work so hard
I'll
to get
second.
this done.
Okay, so motion is second by Aaron. All those in favor?
Aye,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
thank you. Yeah, just so you can turn it in.
Using our initials or something, or
I was wondering, if you need the original copy to sign, probably.
you have it with you, or get it. Pardon? Do you have it with you?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Thank you.
We did apply for a grant through Pomeroy Foundation and received $6,000 for a sign to put up, it'll be a lawn sign that'll be erected in front of the bridge, and that'll be put up next spring.
What am I supposed to sign on this? Because it looks like filling out dollar amounts and there's a date.
I moved things to the top of the code, so. and
Well, you got his business card at the top. I don't know, could you see it, Kim?
You know, Barney,
I guess I could sign on a line here.
Yeah, just so your name's on it.
or I can ask him to do something else.
No, that's all
Well, for the
right.
time being, if you want me to sign this and then I'll just date it.
Actually, if it can wait, he's not gonna paint in the next 2 weeks.
No,
Yeah, I would recommend just having a simple. Agreement, a contractor's agreement to approve at the next meeting,
Okay.
and
Okay.
and you can approve that at the next.
I didn't
You
finish
can
it.
approve, you can approve that at the next meeting and then. Contract can be
Sorry to make this difficult.
Time for
Carol.
work.
All right.
accepted.
thank you,
You're
Ken.
used to that, aren't you?
Support. Thank you.
Okay. Is there any other public comment? Thank you for everything.
Vote to close the meeting.
Second.
Favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
We're not going to be